I just finished watching the E3 conferences. I'm driving right now, so I'm going to talk while driving. I watched the EA, a little bit of the EA. I watched the Ubisoft, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo conferences. I didn't watch all the Nintendo, I just saw all the highlights afterwards. And so far, what I could say is the ones I think won, Ubisoft was amazingly good. Nintendo's was amazing, and it was short, succinct, to the point. Microsoft was really good. Microsoft was probably better than, it was definitely better than Sony. Sony sucked. Sony's was garbage this year. Let's go through each one that I saw. EA, the Battlefront stuff looked absolutely amazing. The Battlefront looked really great. The game itself looked, the sound design in that was like so good. The other games there, EA, I was like, whatever. Like I said, I didn't watch all the EA. I just watched the Battlefront stuff and I was done. Microsoft, I watched it from beginning to end. There was a lot of really good games they showed off. I think the Xbox One X, I'm fine with the name. Doesn't bother me. Looks like a good system for $499. It's a good price. I'll probably have one just because it seems like it's working. It'll work really well for what's available. The fact that they're going to do complete backwards compatibility to the OG Xbox, hey, I'm cool with that. I got a ton of OG Xbox games sitting at the house. I got 2 OG Xboxes at the house. A lot of the games really good. The ones that really stood out in my mind that was like really cool. Super Lucky's Tale looks like a great platformer. I'm excited for that one. I want that one really bad. I think Anthem looks really good from BioWare. That's going to be a good game. I think that's going to be definitely worth having. Let's see what else was from Microsoft that I was like, oh, that's really great. A lot of indie stuff from Microsoft. They're pushing the indie market really well, which is great for the developers. Sony, not that good of a showing. Sony had basically God of War, Spider-Man, which I knew Spider-Man was coming. It looked good. It looked very action-packed, very action-y Spider-Man type game. It's cool. God of War obviously is a must freaking have. Spider-Man's a must have. I'm gonna have them both anyway. But everything else that they offered was stuff they've already announced, so it's no big major news out of the Sony conference. They kind of said weeks and weeks before what was coming, so everybody knows. So it's like, whatever. Then you have Ubisoft. I really like the gameplay or the look of Assassin's Creed Origins. Egypt's a great period to explore, and it's a great, good story. Fine with that. The Mario plus Rabbids battle game, fantastic. I want it. Nintendo had the best showing of everybody. I'll just Nintendo won. Period. Nintendo won. Their whole thing was 25 minutes. It was short, succinct, to the point. 2 big ass announcements, which would be Metroid Prime 4, and the Pokemon game. Those 2 alone are going to move systems. We saw more footage of the Mario Odyssey, which we know is coming in October. It's a cool game. It's going to move systems easily. The mainline Pokemon and the Metroid Prime 4 is going to be next year's, so still not bad, and it's going to make a ton of money. Fire Emblem. Then you had Xenoblade Universe 2. Looks great. JRPGs, it seems like they're getting some love on the Switch. And I think, not only that, you had Skyrim that was announced for off of the Bethesda one, and the amiibo functionality with the Zelda looked great, and also the Mario plus Rabbids at the Ubisoft one, which Miyamoto come out to. I was actually kind of shocked about Miyamoto being there like that. It's going to be a very interesting year. Bethesda said everything they were showing is going to come out this year, which is including the Wolfenstein 2 Colossus, which was a good looking game. Like I said, Sony kind of dropped the ball on this one. I don't think Sony was all, woo, look at all our stuff, it's great. They bragged beforehand that it was going to be, we ain't worried about Microsoft. Well, you need to be worried about Microsoft, because that complete backwards compatibility to the OG Xbox is kind of a big deal. It's, think about the library that the OG Xbox had. One of the PlayStation guys last week or week before said, I don't know who'd want to play older games. They look horrible. They were playable. They were good games. That's why a lot of people... The guy has access to the PlayStation Network statistics. He could probably look back and say, hey, there's a lot of people buying PS1 games on here, like, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9. There's a lot of people buying these games. So obviously there is an audience for these games. It's like Nintendo. Why do you think Nintendo doesn't just give everything away for free? Because they can make money on it again and again and again and again. AKA Marios and Zeldas and stuff like that. They can repackage it and resell it as many times as they want. And people are going to buy it every single time. Nintendo's the winner. The rest of it, Microsoft was great. I'm definitely supporting Microsoft at this moment. Microsoft and Nintendo, to me, are the two consoles worth buying. PlayStation, not so much. God of War looks great, but that's God of War. Obviously, it shouldn't have been Kratos. It should have been somebody else. But they got to have that branding. So, E3, not too bad. Good E3 this year, comparative to other ones that I've seen. But Nintendo's the one to look out for. Nintendo's going to have the best stuff coming out. So, until next time,